What's up, guys? Corn Tricks 02 here with another edition of What's New. And today I'm bringing to you the results for WWE Night of Champions 2015. Just went off the air. I'm going to run down the card for you real quick. First thing, obviously the kickoff show. You had the Lucha Dragons and Neville versus going against Stardust and the Ascension. You're decent. Um, your typical six-man tag player. Every single WWE event has to have one six-man tag, no matter where it is. And this one happened to be on the kickoff show, thank God. But it was Stardust and the Cosmic Wasteland, the Ascension, who came out victorious. Now let's get to the actual card. The card kicked off with the first match being the first title on the line here in Night of Champions was the Intercontinental title match as Ryback, the champ, defended the title against Kevin Owens. This match was very decent, not a bad at all. Ryback always, it seems like since he's came back, he's been impressing me every single pay per view he's been on, and this one was no different. Kevin Owens, we know how good he is. But in the end, it was Kevin Owens who would rake the eyes of Ryback while he was trying to get him up for the shell shock. And then he would roll him up. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens is your new Intercontinental Champion. Now, this match wasn't a classic or anything like that. And I don't think it was supposed to be. I think this is the beginning of a series of matches that Ryback and Kevin Owens will be having. I'm pretty sure they will have another match at Hell in a Cell. Ryback's rematch. So yeah, Kevin Owens, the new IC champ. All right, and next they showed a promo for the Brock Lesnar Hell Tour. What's the name of it? It's basically a tour for Brock Lesnar. Saying he's gonna have a match at Madison Square Garden at the Big Show. He's gonna be on Austin's podcast, and he's gonna be facing the Undertaker. The announcement was tonight in the promo: Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, part 3, I guess, but not really. It's like part 6 or 7 or whatever. At Hell in a Cell. So Hell in a Cell part 2. We got the first one in 2002. Here we go, 2015. We're getting it again. Hopefully, the final match between these guys. Next, we had the second match, which was Dolph Ziggler going against Rusev with Summer Rae on the side. This match I highly enjoyed. It's probably their best match they've had in the whole series. Everything was fluid, no real botches in it or anything. It was pretty good though. And I was hoping that Ziggler would get the victory because Ziggler seemed like, he's been owning. He's kind of been a bully in this whole thing. I don't really see Ziggler as the heel, but I really wanted him to get this win because it seemed like Rusev always destroys him. But he would get the win via a zigzag, and that only would happen because Summer Rae would get on the apron and have a little hissy fit and throw her heel at Rusev while the ref was looking at her, and then that would startle Rusev enough for Ziggler to hit the zigzag. 1, 2, 3. Thanks to Summer Rae, Ziggler got the victory. So we're going to see how that transpires tomorrow night on Raw. Next was one of my favorite matches of the night: The New Day versus the Dudley Boys for the WWE Tag Team Championships. The New Day, as crazy as always, man. It was freaking Xavier Woods had this freaking, I don't know what the heck that was. Like some of his fro was like red. It was really weird. Like freaking something. You know, like you get a snow cone, you dip like they dip the freaking cream in. I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, they came out. He had his trombone and all that stuff as always. Dudley Boys hit. Dudley Boys looking good as always in their first match on pay-per-view. I was very, very excited for this indeed, and they did not disappoint. I tell you that, man. They brought it. Looking as good as they ever looked. But just before they about to win the match, hit the 3 on Kofi Kingston. Looked like they were going to win the titles, but Xavier Woods stepped in, got the DQ. So the Dudleys won but it was by DQ. And then they would get the tables and try to put the Dudleys to the table, but Deluxe would beat up New Day and then put Xavier Woods through the table. So we're definitely going to see another match between these guys for sure for the tag titles. This isn't over. Next we had, I think next was the women's match. The women's match for the Divas Championship. It was the champion Nikki Bella going against Charlotte. We all know the all the stuff that's been going around the Divas title and all that. And Nikki just broke the record to become the longest reigning Divas champion in history. Thanks to Twin Magic. It doesn't really work anymore, but somehow they still use it. Because originally, Charlotte was going to win the title on Raw, but that didn't happen. So here they are. Fast forward to tonight. She got a rematch. Decent match. The crowd was actually into it, which I wasn't very impressed because it seems like the crowd's been giving these girls a hard time. But the crowd was pro Divas Revolution. They were behind PCB. They were behind Charlotte. They were against Nikki. It was good. It was good. And, Nikki gets a hard time. Man. You guys got to start giving Nikki a hard time. I believe she's one of the best divas out there. And you know what? She's doing her job. You hate her? She's doing her job. So good for you, Nikki. Her days came to an end. 301 days of being champion came to an end because Charlotte would lock in that figure eight, and Nikki would tap out and Charlotte would become the Divas champion. So PCB now holding the titles. Ric Flair was there. It was an awesome moment for the Flair family and the other chicks in the ring as well. Excuse me. Next, we had the match. Another match I was looking forward to: the Wyatts versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Now, a lot of speculation of who the tag team partner was going to be for Reigns and Ambrose. I mean, it could have been anybody. People saying Baron Corbin from freaking NXT. I was like, oh God, I hope not. You had people saying Eric Rowan, Rey Mysterio, a lot of people out there. I thought it was going to be The Rock. I thought it made more sense to be The Rock. He already took out one of his cousins. Rock's big. Rock's could definitely probably take on this guy. He probably had enough in time in his busy schedule to come out there and bring it to the Wyatts. But it was not him. It was another surprise, which was the return of Y2J, Chris Jericho. Wasn't the Attitude Era star I was looking for, but hey, I love me some Jericho too, so I'm not going to complain. And basically, Jericho really wasn't this. I don't think Jericho was the right secret weapon he was looking for because they still kind of got their ass whooped by Braun Strowman, basically manhandling all three of those guys, and like they were kind of going to win at the end. Dean Ambrose wiped out the other two members of the Wyatt family. Roman Reigns hit that Superman punch on Strowman, hit another one, setting up for the spear like he's about to win. Then Chris Jericho tags himself in and hits the lion salt, goes for the cover. 1, 2, Strowman kicks out powerfully, and then hits him with his finisher, and then he puts him in that choke, and that was it. That's the end of that. So basically, Jericho, the man that they brought in, cost them that match. And in the end, they were all in the ring together. And Jericho, I thought that Ambrose and Reigns were going to go heel on Jericho, start beating him up, but it wasn't them. I think it was Jericho who showed frustration, bumped him and left the ring. So hopefully, maybe we'll see Jericho. Is Jericho here for a run, or was this just a one-time thing? Guess we'll find out tomorrow night. But yeah, the Wyatt family get the victory here tonight against Reigns, Ambrose, and Y2J. Next, we had was the beginning of the double main event. First, the U.S. Championship was on the line against John Cena going against the U.S. Champion Seth Rollins, and then right after that, immediately after that match was done, Seth Rollins will have to face Sting for the World Heavyweight Championship. And let's start off, I guess, when I was going to start the U.S. title match. I definitely enjoyed this match. This match was definitely good. I mean, every Seth Rollins John Cena match proves to be just as good as any other match they've had. So I can just go over here and name some spots for you. I guess Seth Rollins picking up Cena, basically showing some power, man. That's what I love. That's what I love about Seth Rollins. He shows his speed, his intelligence, and power. That's what makes you a great champion, right there, man. But anyway, Seth Rollins was looking to freaking finish off Cena, but Cena would counter into the AA 1-2-3. John Cena once again recaptures the U.S. Championship, which I was like, oh crap, he's gonna lose the title, because after that, Seth Rollins would try to walk away from the match. Cena would stop him, AA him on the concrete, and then throw him back in the ring. Sting will hit the ring, and I thought Cedar was going to. I thought, please don't job freaking Seth Rollins out. That was just not what you do if you want to build a star. I thought Seth Rollins was just. Sting was going to come in there and just Scorpion Death Drop, and that was going to be it. But that didn't happen. They went on to have a awesome match, man. Sting, the Stinger, 57-year-old Sting, giving in everything in that ring in the main event, taking buckle bombs, enziguri kicks to the face. Even at one point, flying off the top turnbuckle with a crossbody. Sting bringing it at 57 years old, man. Giving us a show. Sting obviously bringing Seth Rollins. Of course, he's great. 1-6 spot they did. I don't know what Sting was going for, but he was going to try to put him through the announcer's table, and then Seth Rollins threw Sting from the normal announcer's table to the Spanish announce table, and it was a 6 spot. Man, I think Sting's hit the back of one of the monitors. His back was all ripped to shreds. It was gruesome. And the match, it was also the spot they did where, I guess, I don't know if it was a spot. I'm pretty sure it was a spot. Sting basically being exhausted and about to pass out. I'm not sure what that really was for, whether they had to do that. But right after that, he would try to get him in the Scorpion Deathlock, lock him in at one time. Seth would escape it. He would try to hit the pedigree. He would counter that and get him back in the Scorpion Deathlock. But then I thought this was going to end. I thought this was going to be the end right here, but luckily he countered that into a roll up 1-2-3. Seth Rollins is still your champion. I was screaming at the screen, telling Seth Rollins to get out of there because he was celebrating too long, because we all knew, we seen him tonight. He's been talking about it forever. The Money in the Bank winner, Sheamus, said he was going to cash in tonight, and he also definitely tried to come out there and do that. Hit Seth Rollins with a brogue kick. Was about to cash it in, getting ready to get that pin, but then boom! We hear a huge explosion, and guess who's back? The Big Red Machine. Kane comes out there, choke slams Seth Rollins. We thought he was going to screw over Seth and allow Sheamus to, get the pin, but that didn't happen. I guess Kane got annoyed with Sheamus, because Sheamus was telling him to choke slam him again so he can pin him, but he ended up choke slamming Sheamus, and then he hit a gruesome tombstone pile driver on Seth Rollins, and that was the end of the pay-per-view. So in the end, only thing that matters is that Seth freaking Rollins is still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Nothing else matters. Anyway, guys, it was a solid pay-per-view. Probably not one of the weaker ones of the last couple of months, but I still enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend that you go see it. Go watch it right now on the WWE Network for only $9.99. But anyway, guys, until my next review or whatever I decide to do on this channel, comment, rate, subscribe. Stay go, everybody.